Welcome to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe. I'm a sales and marketing coach and strategist for health coaches, life coaches, and wellness professionals who want to become a leader in their field by building their online community, rocking their sales process, and finally feeling confident about how they promote themselves and their marketing. On this show, we talk about tips to grow your business, save yourself time, and finally be able to create a sustainable, profitable business. Let's get into it. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Zero to Hero Coach Program. This is my 4-month program teaching coaches and online service providers how to grow your online business, book clients consistently, overcome your sales fears, and finally rock your social media visibility. If you struggle to create a sustainable coaching business, this program is for you. Check out HaileyRowe.com and book your free strategy call with my team or myself today. Thank you. We're going to talk about crafting a good pitch. So if you've ever created a letter to somebody you want to partner with, or maybe a pitch to a podcast, or you're looking to pitch to a local business you want to partner with and do a bundle or something like that. This stuff I'm going to share with you today can apply to how you connect with them and how you position the opportunity as valuable and not just another person reaching out and that kind of thing, right? So for those of you who are new to your business and getting clients, I always recommend starting with the lowest hanging fruit, which sometimes is local partnerships or collaboration, right? Because collaboration, let's face it, it's fun. It can be a win-win. You could start locally. You don't have to know a ton of people. And it's something that you can do and learn through it how to create a good pitch, how to create a win-win, and create something valuable with somebody else that is good for the market, right? So if you missed my recent newsletter where I shared my referral pitch template, you can go ahead and comment yes below if you want that template to be sent to you. And in the meantime, let's talk about the components of a good pitch in this video. So the first thing that you have to think about is what is your intention for the letter? Because if you go into writing a pitch of some kind or making a pitch video or anything like that, and you're not really clear about what you're asking for or what you're looking for, it's not going to come across. It's going to be confusing, and confused minds, if you confuse, you lose, as they say, right? So what is your intention? Are you trying to form a referral partnership with this person? Are you trying to put together an event with this person? Are you trying to add value to their audience and get in front of their audience for this person? What are you trying to do, right? And the possibilities are endless, and maybe you could pitch, hey, I was thinking this or this, but you want to get your foot in the door and you want to be clear about that. So get clear on what that actually is, and then you have to ask yourself, how is it a win-win? What is in it for the other party? And make sure you communicate that. So if you don't have a huge audience and you can't say, hey, I'm going to share this Instagram live we do together to 12,000 followers, that's fine. You don't have to say that. But if you know that you can share it with your collective network of however many followers you have on all the platforms, or you can say something like, I don't have a huge following, but what I can do is insert something else of value. That is important, right? Because you can't just think that you can't make it all about you, and nobody cares about what you want. It's about how can we make this a win-win together, and making sure you're highlighting that in the pitch. The other thing you want to do at the very beginning of your pitch letter is, so you might start it with, hey, so-and-so, how did you find them, and acknowledge what they're doing. Why is it that you want to partner with them? Do you guys share a mission together? Do you guys have the same audience? How will it be beneficial for both of you? So acknowledge that initially, and then go into the clear intention of what you're trying to do together, what you'd suggest for you guys to do together, and then communicate what's in it for both of you. And then we also want to talk about making sure that you are also clear on your intro statement or elevator pitch itself. So if you don't know who your niche is or your I help statement, then you got to get clear on that too, because if you, in your email, it's really confusing about who you are and why you're credible and what you do, that's a problem. So you got to have in there, I'm so-and-so, I help people insert your niche, do X, Y, and Z without insert their pain points. So that has to be included. And the other thing is you want to have, a common thing I see people do wrong is they overly do it. So in other words, they have these long, chunky paragraphs, which aren't easy to read. They are adding extra statements and words and not being super direct. And they're, making it just kind of wishy-washy in their language and not to the point and not direct. So make sure that you give your pitch a look and say, is this short? Is this to the point? Is there extra stuff in here that's just not needed? And always give the call to action to connect live. So like on a phone call or on a Zoom call or something like that, because if it's just text, emailing back and forth, usually that's not going to go anywhere because we get busy, we forget, and it's not as easy it's much easier to connect with somebody live and plan the next steps together in that way. So make sure you're pitching that, a call or what the next step is. And the last thing I would say is make sure that, two things. Make sure you make this partnership as easy for them as possible. So in other words, if you're pitching to be on their Instagram Live as a collaboration, offer to create a graphic for you guys to share or to promote it, or come up with the topic yourself and suggest the suggested topics that you're going to talk about. Or make sure you offer to write up a summary about, the show notes that they can share with their people in a newsletter so that it takes some work off their hands. Like, make sure that, whatever you're doing, it's not just like adding more work to their plate. And the other thing is, and that's just like in general for business, you always want to take responsibility for the parts that you can, right? So the other thing is the subject line and your approach to this pitch. So the pitch itself, you have to acknowledge whatever elephants are in the room. So in other words, if they get tons of pitches, you should acknowledge that. Or if they, insert whatever like things they're thinking in their head, so that it's not like elephant in the room, right? And the other thing is you can also add your own personality style to the email. Like you can have some humor in it, or you can have a meme in it, or a GIF in it, if it makes sense and if it applies. So that's another tip. And then the last thing is a subject line. So make sure your subject line isn't like super long and overwhelming or something that they see all the time in their inbox. It should be something like question first name, or first name, do you want to connect, or something like that. So think about your subject line, put some intention in that, because that's the first thing they see. So these are the kinds of things to think about when you're pitching. And if you have questions about that, or you want to have your own pitch template that I put together that you can customize to your style and your brand, go ahead and comment yes below. And if you're ever curious about how you can work with me, if you're new here, I do marketing and sales coaching. I work with people privately and in a small group coaching offer or program. So there's 2 different ways you could work with me. Or if you're looking for support with your lead generation or landing pages, things like that, feel free to reach out. And if my team can't help you, I can always connect you with somebody who can. And I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a great weekend. Looking forward to coming back for more lives. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And if you liked it and want to reserve your very own free sales audit, go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to book your very own free sales audit. On the call, we'll talk more about the common concerns you get from your ideal clients, how to overcome those concerns, how to coach through objections, how to change your mindset around sales, and improve your sales process so you can be closing and converting more clients. I can't wait to connect with you, and go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to take the first step. Thanks so much. Have a good day.